Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies, and comrades, this is Kenyan Revolutionary, your political dietitian. Please come get your nutritious meal for the day. I will be here approximately 1 hour or more or less, depending on how it goes. Yesterday, I said I was going to be here now, and I ended up 3 hours. So we'll see how it goes. But 1 hour is my goal right here, at least. So welcome, wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies, and comrades, for another day of another political nutrition. May I remind you, if you don't know by now, I impugn you. The first order of business is to like the video if you haven't liked it yet. And if this is just being a video being recommended to you and you just bumped into it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Subscribe, share, like, comment, tell your friends about this channel. So next time you can always join in. Karibu sana Messi M. I hope I'm saying your name right. Messi M. Karibu sana, nice seeing you. Now, today, I just wanted to explore this, something that's happening in Kenya. Mada ya leo. Is it about to get messy between Ruto and Uhuru, with Gen Z in the middle? This story of Raila Odinga being summoned by Uhuru Kenyatta to show up in Dubai for an emergency meeting, and him refusing and sticking to Ruto, saying, he's siding with Ruto basically. It's kind of being confirmed, kind of. It seems to be a reality. It was officially written, reported on a newspaper, online newspaper, that this actually happened, that Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to hold a meeting with Raila Odinga, And so, I've been asking myself, what is Uhuru Kenyatta up to? What is he up to? Yes, he's been on the background. He's been quiet. We know historically he had his beef with Ruto. Yes, their marriage was a marriage of convenience in 2013 because of the ISIS cases. Of course, they defied the constitution and went ahead and ran and won. Okay. Felix Karibu Sana, Felix Kavita is telling me Musyoka is the best 2027. Okay, Felix. We shall explore that. Hopefully you like and subscribe to the channel so we can talk more about Kalonzo Musyoka's chances. Just off the topic, really quick, news flash, breaking news. The President of the United States, Joe Biden, has announced that he will not run for re-election. So that is making news rounds. It was expected. I think last week Trump mentioned such, say that Joe Biden is going to most likely drop out the race, and they shall produce probably the California governor news bomb, or they will call on to Hillary Clinton to run as the Democratic nominee, Democratic Party nominee. Okay, so we'll wait and see for that. But anyways, that's the news making rounds as far as the American news. Joe Biden has dropped out of the race. Now back to Kenya. We don't want to lose focus. Karibu sana. Please, ladies and gentlemen, brothers, sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, do not waste any time. Like the video. Like. If we get to 100 people in here, I'll open the studio and get you in. Or if anyone has something they really want to, a point that they really want to express, then I'll put the link in so you can join in and, ufungue roho. Of course, here, we believe in freedom of speech. Express yourself as much as you would like to. Just like my friend Felix Kavita has said, Kalonzo Musyoka is the best 2027. Hiyo ni maoni yake. We respect his expression through his speech. Maoni yake, perspective, how he sees politics, okay? All right. So as I said, Mada Leo, as you've read it, is it about to get messy between Ruto and Uhuru, with Gen Z in the middle? All right. Now today, Ruto was speaking in Bomet And he seemed perturbed a little by this whole maandamano, protest demonstrations, whatever you want to call it. He seemed to be like, how vijana wananiudhi? What's going on with them? What's up with these kids? They're kind of grinding this country into a standstill. Economically, we are not doing well. Mwaura told us that we're losing 7 billion a day. Well, so he's getting agitated. He's irritated. Of course, he doesn't get it that he has lost legitimacy. Majority of Kenyans, 80%, if not 80 something plus percent of Kenyans feel like he needs to resign. He has failed as a president. And they have the same feeling about the parliament. Now, his speech in Bomet was very, very telling. And let's just explore that speech. Let me start with that speech. Can I start with that speech? I will start with it. While I do so, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, do all the good stuff that you need to do, because we are going to get active this week. So much happening this coming week. So I don't want you to miss. I'll be here every day. So once you're subscribed and you have your notification on, every time I come live, you can get a notification and you can get in and we can discuss what's happening. Because probably this coming week, the president will name his second 11, okay? After extensively consulting with unknown people. And we are expecting the ODM faction affiliates to be brought into the fold to be part of his cabinet. So we shall also be discussing that. So probably this coming week, we shall hear some new announcements by President Ruto and so forth. Maandamano is also scheduled for Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. So there's so much happening. So please, if you're not part of this channel, please come on and subscribe so that every time I come in, we discuss what is affecting us. I saw Miguna's page. He said that the Maandamano should now go on every day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, inaendelea. Karibu sana Abu Kinyanjui. I'm glad to see you. Abu ananiambia, we don't want to see mtu yoyote alikuwa kwenye serikali ya Kibaki, Uhuru, Ruto, and also Moi. We need good, young, educated people. Kabisa, I agree with you. We should have a new cabinet. Cabinet mpya, a clean slate. People who have never been there. Si ati tuna recycle ile watu wa kitambo ndio tunaleta. People who we know have been corrupt historically and they are being brought about. But I'll get to that because this week is when he shall mention his second 11. I will tuambia the first 11 and we know them. Yeah? Karibu sana Gypsy Corner, nice seeing you. Oh, I'm getting the coffee I'm drinking is kicking in. So I'm about to talk with a little bit more energy. Okay? So karibuni sana tafadhali. This week there's so much happening, so do not miss the opportunity to express yourself the best you know how. And you can do it here at Kenya Revolutionary Channel. Because here we believe in freedom of speech. Okay? So don't miss. And the only way not to miss that opportunity is to subscribe to the channel, put your notification in, and like the video so it can go on the algorithm. I know some people listen in the background and they're not involved. Please subscribe. Okay, let's get to it. Let me start with the speech by William Samoei Ruto. Like I said, he sounds like somebody who was beleaguered, annoyed, irritated, irascible. Okay? Let's listen in to his speech in Bomet while he's trying to castigate this Gen Z's protest as people who are out there to cause anarchy, people who are out there to touch properties, to loot, rob, and do all sorts of criminal activities. He's castigating these peaceful protesters who are expressing their constitutionally secured, backed up exercise by showing displeasure, expressing their discontent with this incompetent Ruto government. It is their right. It is in the constitution. These are not looters We've seen them on the 25th when they came out and say they were even singing, they were saying, we are peaceful. And they even stopped the criminal element that were trying to take advantage of the situation. They even disarmed men who showed up with rungus and told them this mandamano is peaceful, as it is enshrined in the Constitution. If you can express yourself peaceably, protest. It is there. The people have the right to do that. But Ruto is planning to unleash violence on these young men and women. That's why the first thing he does, he's trying to tell the people, hey, listen, these are criminals. These are people who want to cause anarchy, because he's preparing. He is trying to program you to expect a violent confrontation on Tuesday and beyond between the deadly government forces and the peaceful protesters. We've seen so many incidences where these peaceful protesters are provoked by the police, shot without provocation, brutalized, kicked, punched, and so forth, without any provocation. I saw a young man who was beat up by a bunch of police. The only crime he committed was holding up the flag of Kenya. So Ruto is preparing the country for a violent confrontation on Tuesday. That's why he was speaking the way he was speaking in Bomet. For all of you, for those of you, or for those of us who might be sleeping, living under a rock, I will show you what transpired in Bomet today and what exactly he said that I personally found troubling. Ladies and gentlemen, Ruto has been cornered and is grasping for anything he can hold on to. The last kicks of a dying horse, the last kicks of a brutal dictator is always using violence and force to intimidate his own citizens who have refused to be governed by the head of state who is violating the Constitution. You hear what I'm saying? The last kick of a dying horse, the last move of a brutal dictator has always been the use of force and violence. And Ruto knows that his government has lost legitimacy. And the only way he's going to do this is, number one, get Raila Odinga, who is a conman. We know that, a political conman. By now, if you don't know that, then I have to pray for you. Bring him on his side, then turn this protest, trying to paint these people as anarchists, try to paint them as tribalists, trying to paint them as people who just want to commit crime and loot and touch property and lives. That is his last tactic to use against these Gen Zs, because he is looking at it. He's looking at the country, and it's clear that he has lost legitimacy. And the reality is hitting hard. The writing is on the wall. Ruto must go. Listen to this speech from this beleaguered leader. Gypsy Corner is telling me, Ruto was threatening Gen Z. I believe there will be a lot of bloodshed. Gypsy Corner is telling me, Ruto believes there are sponsors and he wants to face them off. Absolutely. He dared them. He said, show your faces. It's frustrating to him. It's eating him up. There's no face like a Raila Odinga who he can summon, call to State House, and offer cash price for him to quell the demonstration. It eats him on the inside that this movement has no one person that he can hold on to. He can crush to demoralize the rest of the movement. It eats him because he doesn't know who to fight. Should he send GSU at JKA on Tuesday? Should he send the army at Uhuru Park on Tuesday? Should he send the army at the State House on Tuesday? Should he send the police forces at the parliament on Tuesday? Ruto is going mad. These Gen Zs are too much. They're like roaches running on all different directions. And he's trying to spray here, spray there, spray here, spray there, spray here, spray there. And he got Raila Odinga. Come help me, Raila Odinga, because I don't know what to do. Use your ODM goons to try to intimidate these kids. Use Robert Alai to start this tribal stuff because I don't know how to stop them. Discourage your tribe people. Tell your tribe not to go and be part of this thing because I don't know what to do. Raila Odinga, help me. Pink Flamingo is here. Karibu sana. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. Thank you, Pink. This week is going to be hot like lava. So much happening. I will be surprised if Ruto names the remaining 11 cabinet spots. I will be surprised to see any member from the opposition, especially ODM, whether it's Hassan Joho, Alisha Jomwa, or any of these ODM folks joining this sinking ship. I will be very surprised. Let me play that speech. Tafadhalini, go ahead and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this, if you're going to watch this on repeat, do the same. This week, we are going to be here. We are going to analyze this politics. Tutaikata, to slice, breaking down like molecules. Put it under the microscope. See what is happening. Because it is clear as day, Ruto is desperate. And the more desperate he gets, the deadly he becomes. Listen to me. Listen to me, oh children of Kenya. The more desperate Ruto gets, the deadlier he becomes. He's becoming deadly. Because he knows his days are numbered. Felix Kuvita tells us, sisi kama wa Kenya hatutaki president mwenye akona asira, plus hatutaki president mwenye anaongeanga maneno bila kutimiza chochote. Kiongozi ni matendo na kufanyia wa Kenya kazi. Absolutely. I agree with you, Felix. Hebu tucheze, wacha niwacheze hii speech. I've been saying I'm playing it. Let me show you the speech that Ruto gave today at Bomet. Hebu tuangalie. Muko sawa? Ndio hiyo basi.
Going forward, we will protect the nation. Going forward, we will protect the nation. We will protect life. We will protect property. We will stop the looters. We will stop the killers. We will stop mayhem. We will stop anarchy, because Kenya is a democracy and we want a peaceful, stable nation. And our issues are resolved using democratic means. Ama mnasemaje watu wa Kenya? Mnasema tusimamishe hii fujo? na tusimamishe hii vita, na tusimamishe maandamano ya maafa na maandamano ya kuharibu mali ya watu, I want to promise you it's going to stop. Enough is enough. Ama mnasemaje? Si imetosha hii maneno? Walisema tusipitishe finance bill. Mimi nimewacha finance bill. Nikawaita wakanasema hawataki kuja kuzungumza na mimi. Wakaniambia niende huko kwa X. Mimi nikaenda kwa X. Wakatoroka huko, hawakukuweko. Wakaniambia tuitishe mazungumzo. Nimeitisha mazungumzo, wamekataa. Nimewaambia wanaendelea kusema wao ni faceless, wao ni formless, sijui wako nini. Mimi nimewaambia sasa, my friends, you know, I have given a chance to everybody to say whatever they want. You know, it cannot continue like this. The country is much more important than any group of people. We must stand together as a nation, protect our nation, and make sure that Kenya is a democracy. Tunaelewana ama namna gani jameni? Tuko pamoja? Watu wa Bomet mnasema tuwe na amani. Mnasema we want peace. Mnasema you want peace. Turudie, we want peace. Mnasemaje? 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 Hebu nisikie tena.
Hey, ati we want peace. This was one part of what happened. The youth were also screaming something else. And this is Bomet. Let me remind you, this is Bomet. Hii ni Bomet. Hii ni back and bedroom ya Ruto. Rift Valley, anywhere in Rift Valley, you'd expect at least 90% support of Ruto. But the reality might not be so. Mnafikiri na waenjoy? Mnafikiri na waenjoy? Let me show you something else. This man was being booed while he was giving the speech. Wacha niwaambie. Let me show you. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We are getting started. I will open the lines. If we get to 100, I will open the lines. 20. Let me show you something. He was being booed off while he was speaking. 20. Tuangalie. Wacha niwaonyeshe. Listen to me here. Listen to me. Haya ndio hiyo. Ndio. Haya. No. Hai, poleni. Poleni kidogo. Yani, they are calling him mwizi mbele yake. Kweli. People are tired of this guy. Ruto akifika December bila kutolewa kwa serikali, I don't know. I'm opening. Nifungue, wacha nifungue hapa. Mnataka kuingia? Okay, wacha niwaekee hapa nisikie tu maoni yenu kidogo. Mimi leo ni Sunday, kesho ni Monday. Watu wanaenda kazini na mambo mengine, lakini nitawafungulia hapa muongee. Mtu yote anataka kuingia. Muingie kama mnataka kuingia. Muingie kama mnataka kuingia. Nimewaekea hapo ninio muingie. Tafadhali. I'll be here for the next 30 minutes. Nikifika 1 hour ninaenda kufanya mambo yangu. Ni kuomba. Okay. Abu Kinyanjwa anambia Ruto can't Gen Z's anguka nayo. Haya, anguko nayo. Mnasikia? Watu walikuwa wanamuita mwizi. Hadharani mbele yake. In his face. My friend. I've never seen this. Oh, Lord. This is serious. They're calling him a thief in his face. Na huko ni Bomet. Hajafika Nairobi. Yawa. Wacha niwaonyeshe wengine. Walikuwa wanamwambia live. Wewe ni mwizi. Wewe ni mwizi na Ruto must go. Wewe ni mwizi jamani. Hawa Gen Z hawa. Ladies and gentlemen, huyu jamaa atalast hata mpaka ile next Friday kweli? Atafika kweli hii next Friday? Hii maendeleo, hii maandamano na maandamano, ndugu yangu, wacha nikwambie kitu. I've been walking in the streets of Twitter sphere. Vijana wamekasirika, ile asirika huko. Asira. Wamesema Tuesday kama ni mbaya ni mbaya. Ukianza kusikia wa Kenya, wacha nikwambie kitu. Nyinyi watu wa Uganda na nyinyi watu wa Tanzania, mkisikia Mkenya akisema kama ni mbaya ni mbaya, achana na huyo mtu. Achana na yeye. Mwambie wewe enda tu, Mungu akusaidie. Haya, Pink amesema police causes anarchy by shooting live bullets and spraying harmful chemicals to our children. Absolutely. It's always the police who always start stuff, okay? Hiyo ni ukweli kabisa. Philip J, karibu sana. Please subscribe to this channel because this week is a very, very important week. We are going to see if Ruto will name the 11 remaining cabinet spots or not. Salim is joining me. Salim, just give me a second. Wacha nisome nini alafu nikuulize swali. No one is sponsoring one hiding, no is fighting the government. Let him tell us who's sponsoring looters. We just need accountability, not chest thumping, threatening to shoot and kill. Okay. Salim, salamu alaikum.
Salam.
Niambie, mambo vipi? Huyu jamaa ni wewe kumbe. Wewe jamaa ulipotea wapi bwana? Hebu niambie.
Nilikwenda kutembelea watoto.
Haya. Sasa niambie rais, huyu jamaa atafika Friday kweli ama naona hao vijana wanataka kumtoa.
Hao vijana wanamchelewesha. Hao vijana wamwambia kitu kimoja tu, Ruto must go. Wasimpe ma demands. Unajua kumpa demands ni kama ambaye unaogopa. Demands za nini? Huyu jamaa atoke tu, watoke kwenye street, wakae day and night picnic. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday huyu jamaa ataenda. Lakini kumpa demands, fanya hii ni kama ambaye mnamwambia abakie kwenye power. Pia wajenzia waeleweki nao.
Kweli.
Waseme tu one word, Ruto must go. Hataki demands. Huyu jamaa he cannot fix anything. He will not fix anything. Ampata nguvu. Unajua kwa nini leo? Unajua sababu ya leo kupata nguvu kuzungumza vile, unajua maana yake? Israeli army wamekuja jana, walikasiu ndege zao wapi, wakaenda kapiga Yemen. Sasa amepata nguvu kwa sababu anaambia usijali, sisi tuko na wewe.
Wameingia Kenya
kitambo.
Ama Israeli
Yemen kutoka Kenya.
Sikujua mimi. Sijasikia mimi, nasikia kwako sasa. Nasikia hiyo.
Ameuza. Mandabei kule Lamu ameuza. Lamu kule kuna base ya Mandabei ameuza. Ndio sababu apata nguvu kwa na kiburi.
Nilisikia huko kuna base huko Lamu.
Sasa jana walitumia hiyo nafikiri kupiga Yemen kule. Sasa ndo akapata nguvu. Sasa mimi naambia Gen Z watoe demand bana, Ruto must go. Hakuna demand zingine, wewe toka, resign, step down. Tuesday tunatoka, Tuesday mpaka tunapishana. Inafika usiku wanaingia wengine kama Egypt. Hivyo alifanya hivyo kafaulu siku 8 jamaa kaenda. Sasa wewe promote hiyo Gen Z utoke kwenye street, wasirudi tena nyumbani mpaka jamaa atatoka, na atatoka. The guy is weak. You can see how weak he is.
Yeah.
He's very weak.
Yo paparika.
Na there's no government. Hana apparatus tena. Hasa he's only relying on foreign forces. He was always relying on foreign forces. He doesn't have any trust kwa forces zetu za Kenya. He didn't have, and he will never have.
Sana kuuliza hivi.
Jamaa kidogo uliza.
Sana namuona wakina Raila naye alikuwa nasikia katika kumleta, kuna rumor kuwa wakina Joho alishajumwa na sijui wakina nani wataongezwa katika serikali next week. Maoni yako vipi? Hakuna atakaingia kwenye serikali. Usidanganye, hakuna. Maana alisema
hawezi ingia kwenye serikali. Jopa. Hiyo kwa ilikuwa ni mapendekezo. Anayepush hiyo issue si Raila, ni ndugu yake. Na sababu ya Raila kuna culture, kuna law culture, something to do with culture na Odinga family. Uhuru is the one who anatoa shots kila siku. Uhuru Odinga.
Yeah.
Kila siku yeye ndo anatoa shots. Sasa hii ni tradition, lazima msikizie Uhuru miaka yote. All these years. Sasa Uhuru akisema jambo, Raila anafuata by any means. Sasa this time nafikiri imekatwa. Manake ni Uhuru anapush, si Raila. Mkielewa siasa ni Uhuru. Uhuru is the one, is the elder of the family, and ndo make shots.
Nilimona nani Orengo alisema, ulisikia nani Orengo alisema ati ninio ODM wasingie katika ninio, wasingie katika serikali. Basi aliingiliwa leo. Ulimwona wakina Mbadi walikuwa wamtukana. Ulisikia hiyo
Mbadi tamaa.
Mbadi tamaa.
Najua Mbadi tamaa hana mwelekeo. Ana tamaa, yeye ndo la push, lakini amekanyana. Ona ile Orengo kuzungumza vile, it was a scheme baina Raila na Orengo, yani Raila anataka pressure iweko ili a back out. Hilo ni game. Sambali ameshtuka ile game.
Yeah.
Raila anataka kutoka, ndo Orengo akashtuka. Wanaelewana?
Yeah. Mpaka namuona nani Raila naye pia alitoa masharti katika Twitter yake. Si ulisoma Twitter? Akasema mpaka nini fanyiwe.
Ni yale hawezi kubali Ruto. Mpaka nini compensation, arudishe NHF, nini bla bla. Issue si Raila. Ona sasa Raila amerudi nyuma, ameanza tena mwanzo, amekuja na demands za mwanzo, so that he joins in the Gen Z line. Demands zake ni za mwanzo zile. Ameanza tena, yani kama amerudi from the beginning. But issue si Raila wala si issue, ni ubana atoke. Ubana si atoke. Mimi nataka atangaze in 3 months there'll be an election, mimi ta step down. That's all we need from him. He will not fix bana. He will not fix. Mimi retire. Mimi I used to have some trucks, yani ilikuwa na kiasi fulani. And then jamaa alivyoingia nikareduce zile trucks. Nikareduce mpaka mtoto wangu ndo anasimamia. Mpaka sasa mimi mtoto wangu alivyoelezea amelay off wafanyikazi more than, yasikitisha sana. Gari zimekaa sasa tu. Gari kadhaa ndo zinafanya kazi kwa sababu mambo yake.
Sasa basi biashara itaharibika kesho maana. Nasema biashara itaharibika kesho maana nasikia sijui watu wataenda majenzi, wataenda JKIA, wataenda Kopot, sijui nini. Saa mzigo
nataka waende.
So hutapata mzigo.
Si neno. Tutasacrifice si neno, lakini kuwe na mazuri. Lazima tusacrifice.
Bora Ruto yaondoke.
Si neno.
Haya.
Aondoke.
Ataondoka bana.
Huyu jamaa si kiongozi. Huyu jamaa si kiongozi. Yeye anafuata, yeye ni anamonia jealousy the Kenyatta's family. Hiyo ndio kitu anayo. Yote anaofanya, he wants to be like the Kenyatta's family. Unaona hata mambo yake anafuata Uhuru Kenyatta. The same game ana play now. Kila kitu anamwiga Uhuru Kenyatta. He copies Uhuru Kenyatta because he is obsessed with the rich. He's so obsessed with the rich. Sasa anataka kuwa kama wao. Hana kitu kingine.
Ulisikia habari? Ulisikia ile habari
kidogo namuona
pole ngora nauliza hivi, ulisikia sijui Kenyatta Uhuru alikuwa mwambia Raila kuje Dubai waongee, sijui apange, alikuwa mwambia Raila asiende asiingie serikalini. Sasa sijui kani ukweli ama maana watu wengi wanasema hata nikasoma kwa habari.
Ni ukweli. Ni ukweli. Si Raila iko huko, kwa Raila iko wapi? Si huko.
Yuko Dubai sasa hizi.
Iko Dubai ina wewe kwa nini hujui si huko Raila ameondoka jana jioni, si jana asubuhi.
Basi mnafikiri huu rais basi huyu jamaa huyu Ruto huyu atamwendea Uhuru, maana atakasika naye atasema wewe ndio wapatia hawa jenzi pesa ama nini?
Oe nini ni kama ambaye kutuma nzi kwa ndovu ama yani yani Ruto Kenyatta family wamekita Kenya hii. Take my word, wana mizizi Kenya hii.
Lakini jamaa chizi
huwezi kuwa shake nao. Nani?
Ruto.
Ni hana leadership na ni muongo, na yeye kuna kama mimi, my policy is napenda kufanya better do it than wish it done. Naambia watoto wangu better do it yourself than wish it done. Ruto yake ni better wish it, yani better wish it than and don't do it. Yeye anakuja anatarajia kile kitu mambo itafanyika. He's not a leader. Nilisema kitambo huyu si kiongozi kabisa, hana leadership skill, hana managerial abilities, na hana, he cannot govern. Ahmed Nasir jana amesema, Ahmed Nasir wakili wake alisema ikiwa Ruto ataappoint wale then we'll know the problem is not with the cabinet or the administration ya Kenya KK government, the problem is with Ruto. Alisema hiyo maneno hours before. Mchana Ruto ametangaza the same thing, then tukajua is right, problem ni Ruto, problem si watu. He does everything. Anaambia mtu angoje, kuna bili itakupasishwa kulipa fanyikazi ama nini, anasema ngoja mimi nenda zangu Europe, nikirudi tasign. Watu wanakanja. Hizo ndio design zake.
So kesho kuna maandamano Mombasa ama utaacha tu iwe Nairobi? Kuna maandamano Mombasa?
Mimi niko Nairobi hapa, niko kwa maninyo, niko hapa ninyo. Hapa
nauliza hivyo kwa sababu najua last time Abdul Nasir alikuwa sema watu wasio alikuwa hataki mambo ya maandamano huko Mombasa. Sasa sijui mambo vipi this Tuesday.
Jumanne maandamano Jumanne.
Hajasema kitu Abdul Nasir. Juu ya maandamano.
Hawezi sema kitu. Yeye kuna sisi tumlinda, atalindwa na watu hapa.
Okay. Sawa.
Akicheza atatolewa naye, lakini hawezi kutolewa.
Lakini najua watu wa Mombasa wanampenda. Si mtoto wa nani? Abdul Nasir, nani? Sharif Nasir, si ndio?
Sharif.
Huyo Abdul Nasir ni mtoto wa Sharif Nasir, si ndio?
Na Sharif Nasir alimpromote 1969 ni my father.
Baba kwa nani?
Hapa tuko kwenye air mzee.
Sawa, naelewa.
Unataka kunijua ni
naelewa. Unajua
nimesikia sisi tuito royal blood.
Okay, nakuelewa. Niko nasikia hiyo business ya malori, niko namjua nani? Aitwa nani? Ba Yusuf. Wakumbuka Ba Yusuf?
Ba Yusuf, you know. Basi mimi ama sisi my family ilianza before Ba Yusuf. Sisi hapa tunkita Mombasa.
Haya, sasa. Mnasikia hiyo? Acha nicheze hiyo video Mbadi ndio msikie Mbadi alisema hivi. Maana alikuwa sijui alikuwa sema nini.
Mbadi ni tamaa. Mbadi ni tamaa, ni mtu ambaye alafu angalia kitu kimoja, he's doing it on purpose to haribu, alete corruption ama confusion kwa ODM on purpose anaifanya.
Lakini naona wengi watu ODM wengi wanaanza kusema mambo sijui nini. Huyu nani aitwa nani huyu jamaa? MC kutoka Nairobi. Aitwa nani huyu jamaa? Shoot. Alai. Yeah. Ye pia, you know.
Si wote hao watu wa Ruto.
What?
Watu wa Ruto hao.
Watu wa Ruto.
Yaani ngoja, wewe unataka kuniambia hujui kama Mbadi Alai ni mtu wa Ruto? Alai ni blogger wa Ruto, hujui hiyo?
Mimi sijui,
mimi ni blogger wa Ruto. Alai ni blogger wa Ruto kwa Twitter. He's an ex-ninio, yani yeye ni blogger wa Ruto. Ameajuzi tu ile reject difference bill ndio kidogo mwanzo alisaid na Ruto, baadaye akajoin, lakini all these years tunajua yeye ni Alai wa Ruto.
Mimi niko nafikiri ni
line yake
yeye Raila.
Ndombe hapana, wewe soma sifua, hapana wewe uko nyuma. Alai ni blogger wa Ruto miaka yote. Ilianza kutoka kwa wakati kina Wetangula. Alai ni boss wake Wetangula.
Haya basi, acha tumsikie basi Mbadi alikuwa asema nini.
Sasa wewe mimi nakusuggest hivi. Wewe I'm suggesting you channel yako upromote Gen Z wasifanye maandamano ya one day wanapumzika, tunatoka tunakaa day and night, tunapishana kama Egypt. Egypt ali handover, ali step down in 8 days. Huyu jamaa ata step down in 2 days nafikiri.
2 days.
Hiyo promote hiyo.
Hata promote. Lakini wako wapi? Sinawaje? Chat nimefungua, wakiita wa Gen Z, mkisikia hii nini basi ingieni.
Mimi usijali. Taingia.
Sawa basi, wacha nicheze hii video basi. Haya, shukran. Shukran.
I am in total disagreement with James Agriole. He's my senior, he's my friend, but where he is wrong, I will tell him you are wrong. You cannot tell us that we cannot dialogue, that we cannot talk with Ruto, we cannot talk as Kenyans. What is the alternative? We cannot play politics of populism. We cannot play politics of theory. We have been playing politics of theory since independence. That is why we have got these things wrong. Where are you taking us? We cannot follow Kalonzo because we don't know where he's going. Personally, as your party, I am saying it here affirmatively. I am not persuaded that Kalonzo is taking us anywhere. And I'm not persuaded that Uhuru means well for us now. If he wanted to give us leadership, he would have given us leadership. In 2022, some of us today, we would be cabinet ministers. I would not be a nominated member of parliament. You are telling us that now it's when Uhuru has a solution, has the key to take us to State House. When he was at State House, he handed over key to someone else. Now you are teaching us that Uhuru can give us the key to State House. I want to say it because I'm also a senior politician in this republic and this region. I am also a senior politician in Luland. I have authority. I am the chairman of ODM. We sat as a party. We told the Prime Minister, our party leader, we agreed that we need dialogue. We need discussion. We need conversation. We must decide where Kenya is going. ODM is a big party. We cannot just be passive participants. We must also talk about the future of this country. And you cannot tell us that the presidency of Ruto will come down. How? And if it comes down, what is the solution? If Ruto today resigns, it is Gachagua who is going to be president. Is he a better option? To me, I say no. Gachagua is worse than Ruto. He's a tribalist. He's in Kenya. He's a company. He's a shareholder. Where are we going to go? Gachagua told us that we don't belong to the company called Kenya. And there are only 2 shareholders, the Kalenjins and Kikuyus. We cannot forgive him for that because he showed his intention and intent early enough. He is not a good material to lead this country. Some of us who are young, we have children, we will have grandchildren. We cannot allow someone with the mindset of Gachagua to take over the leadership of this country.
Hey, Mbadi was Mbadi alikuwa mna hasira kweli kweli. Mbadi saying waende wakazungumze, lakini Mbadi anasahau, of course, he was saying the same thing that what's his name was saying, Sifuna, while they were saying sisi kama ODM hata sisi pia ni, you know, tuko na wafuasi yetu, ati tutaendelea tutaongea na Ruto na mambo yetu. But they were told, Raila was told last week when he went to that place, vijana wakamwambia no dialogue. I will show you the tweet by Raila Odinga, because today he wrote something. Actually, some of them were accusing him of being hiyo mambo yake aliandika, walikuwa nasema ati CA ndio aliandika, sijui ni Winnie Odinga or whatever the case is. But let's see what Raila Odinga wrote on his Twitter, because he said something. Alitoa masharti, just like we were discussing with my friend Salim. Let's see. Ebu tusome. We shall see what Raila actually said. Now, remember, guys, it is becoming a concrete thing. It's no longer it's not a speculation. Actually, inasemekana ni ukweli kwamba Raila alikuwa anafaa kukutana na nani na jamaa ito nani Uhuru Kenyatta in Dubai. It is said that Uhuru Kenyatta was trying to persuade him not to join this government. But again, some news is like Raila is going to join the government, is going to side with Ruto, but it hasn't been confirmed, because today, actually yesterday, Raila refused to meet up with Ruto. Then today, Raila released what he released in his Twitter page. Let's read it very quickly so we can see what Raila wrote. Mko ready? Haya basi, let's see. I will just go through it very quickly. It is in his page. If you really want to just confirm, I'm not making up stuff. Here it is. Raila Odinga 13 hours ago, ameandika hapo, clearing the air, ukweli wa mambo. All right, sasa ndio hiyo mnaiona. I'm just blowing it up on the screen so you can see what Raila exactly is talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, please subscribe to this channel. Msikae tu hivyo, subscribe saizi. This week, siasa motomoto. This weekly Siasa Motomoto. Subscribe to the channel. So subscribe now, wake notification on. We'll be here every day. We'll be opening the studio. Ukitaka kuingia utoe maoni yako ni sawa. Please. So please don't miss this opportunity, because this week is a heavy week. Ni siasa kali kabisa. Tutakuwa na the 11 nomination spots that have been let in the cabinet. Na need the second batch, as my friend Gypsy Cornerstone anatuambia. Gypsy Corner anatuambia. The 11th batch, the last batch that will be announced next week by Ruto. On Tuesday, tuko na maandamano. Vijana wamesema it's a total shutdown. JKIA, kila pahali, the ports everywhere. They're shutting it down. Wamesema Ruto must step down. Ruto must go. So please don't miss this opportunity to be part of the Kenya Revolutionary Party in your channel so that we can discuss this. So do that by subscribing to the channel, liking this video, because it's on. Ruto must go. Let's go. Felix Mbukavita anatuambia nini? Felix Kamina anatuambia Mbadi, chukua pesa za Ruto, wacha kuchapia wa Kenya kelele. We on Tuesday tuko tu. Felix akitaki mchezo. Felix is not playing around. Felix. Messi M. Yes, hot topics coming up this week. So you better subscribe and put your notification on. Mambo imechemka. Okay? Let me go ahead and read this. Let me go ahead and read what Raila was telling us. Raila is telling us that he's clearing up the air. Ukweli wa mambo ni hii. I will read it. It's a very short sentence. To the young, resilient generation of our nation, I would like to address you this morning. I agree that justice must come first before any talks. Towards the end, I stand with you that there must be 1. compensation for every victim of police brutality. 2. Dismissal of all protest-related cases. 3. Release of all abductees and those in jail. 4. Resolution of understanding healthcare, in parentheses, healthcare workers' welfare and education, in parentheses, JSS teachers' grievances. 5. A reverting of our public healthcare insurance back to NHIF and to discard SHIF. 6. A prosecution of all security sector perpetrators who facilitated atrocities on peaceful Kenyans. Unasikia hiyo? Okay. Then he go ahead and says, once these issues are resolved, we can focus on a national conversation and conducted transparently in a neutral venue. It is my proposal that representatives for this convention should come from various sectors, including youth, government, religious leaders, healthcare professionals, lawyers, and teachers. We must come together to discuss national and constitutional critical issues touching on the following: 1, good governance; 2, skyrocketing cost of living; 3, eradicating tribalism; 4, fighting corruption; 5, debt and fiscal management. To the young people to Kenya, you all must know that I am deeply moved by your dedication to the cause, and I believe a structured dialogue will bring the reforms you are fighting for and safeguard Kenya for your future. Hallelujah. That is what Raila Odinga was saying. So Raila Odinga ametoa masharti before he has any dialogue with the president. Is this going to fly with the Gen Zs? I don't know. We'll see. Watu Gen Z are still saying tukutane Tuesday. They don't even want to listen to what Raila is saying. Wanasema tukutane Tuesday. Tuesday is total shutdown. Okay? Hiyo ndio inafanyika. Charles Mwasia anatuambia Ruto must go. Let's meet Thursday. Ni Tuesday. Watch out Thursday. Tuesday. Charles, ni Tuesday. See you Thursday. Like, share, comment. Tuingie topic bottom out of this week. Please don't miss the opportunity. Now Ambia, let's go on and listen in what was happening. Even our friend, what's his face, had something to say. Our friend Kalonzo Musyoka. Let's listen in to Musyoka. Musyoka had something to say. Let's play. Hold on. Mko ready? Ngojeni kidogo. Haya ndio hiyo. Basi tutacheza msea. Don't waste time. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss this opportunity. I'm telling you, siasa inakuwa moto Kenya. Ruto might not make it till Friday. Ruto, as my friends nani ametuambia, Ruto might not make it till Friday. So mnaona vile mambo inakuwa. Mambo ni kali. Ruto might not make it to Friday. My friends, Ruto might not make it to Friday. So msifikiri ni mchezo. Ruto amekuwa cornered kabisa. Hata sasa yeye anaanza kutishatisha watu, anatuambia ati enough is enough. Nilikuja sijui X mkatoroka, sijui nini ati mnataka kuchoma gari, mnataka kuleta anarchy sijui nini. Meanwhile watu wanamuita mwizi. They don't want to hear about anything about him. Mnasikia? Ruto is cornered. Wacha tusikie Kalonzo Musyoka. Hebu tueleze maneno vile unaiona. Musyoka was out and about telling us, sijui alikuwa kwa kanisa gani ama whatever the case is. You know, we have to listen to these leaders. Let's listen to what they have to say because it is important. Let's go. Let's listen. Kalonzo Musyoka, take it over.
Bishop, Constitution 2010, and then link it up and actually just leave the rest to my brother Rene, who understands these things better than I do. Just listen to this. This is our constitution. And I'm quite sure, even for the younger generation, it's good to remind ourselves what the people enacted. But today we have also learned we are the children of Ham, the black race. We, the people of Kenya. Amazingly, the very first paragraph, the very first thing after we, the people of Kenya, acknowledging the supremacy of the Almighty God of all creation. We need to clap for ourselves because that's what the Constitution says. And then that preamble is important because I know a lot of us have not read our Constitution. We know about it. We famously quote Article 37, the right to demonstrate, the right to picket, the right to go on strike. Now listen to this preamble. Honoring those who heroically struggled to bring freedom and justice to our land, proud of our ethnic, cultural, and religious diversity, and determined to live in peace and unity as one indivisible sovereign nation, respectful of the environment, which is our heritage, and determined to sustain it for the benefit of future generations, committed to nurturing and protecting the well-being of the individual, the family, communities, and the nation, recognizing the aspirations of all Kenyans for a government based on the essential values of human rights, equality, freedom, democracy, social justice, and the rule of law, exercising our sovereign and inalienable right to determine the form of governance of our country, and having participated fully in the making of this constitution, then adopt, enact, and give this constitution to ourselves and to our future generations. I think the Gen Z have basically been reminding us about that preamble to our constitution, and we thank them. I don't want to add anything because when you have prophetic action, you cannot speak to it. You leave that to deep spiritual interpretation. But we are so grateful to have returned to this congregation of our late brother who had a big vision, who has gone to sleep, Bishop Muyu, Charles Muyu. And I can see, Mama, that you guys are trying. You are trying to keep the vision burning and the fire burning. And today we are very proud to be Africans. I thought of wearing a Nigerian costume because you said the code of dress, the dress code African, but Junior has beaten us at it with his beautiful wife. Maybe this should be the Kenyan dress code. I think we should look serious like this. If you are thinking of a dress code, if it's not Kenyan dress code, it can be a Ukambani dress code. We thank our friends from the Holy Land, and they can buy them a cup of tea. Not to be on my case, but let them hear that I was given money from the church, and I did not give any money. This is the way.
Okay, so just to highlight what he was saying, he was reminding us when he read the preamble of the Constitution, basically, and I know he didn't want to go into it. He's a lawyer; he's not stupid. I mean, for him, he was just backing out of it by saying that we need deep spiritual interpretation. No, we don't need deep spiritual interpretation to understand what the Constitution says. The sovereign power rests with the people of Kenya. Okay. And the Gen Zs are simply expressing that power directly in the streets. They do not need to ask for permission from anyone. They have lost trust from the institution, all the government arms of government that are there. The legislative body, the executive, and the judiciary has let Kenyans down. So Gen Z have said, we are going to express our sovereign authority directly. We are going to exercise it because we have lost faith with every arm of government that is existing. Kalonzo was going there, but he was not going there because he knows it's a very controversial stand to take, as you know. Now, Mr. Friend, Mr. J. Obesa is telling me, Kalonzo, the Nigerian attire for men is called Agbada. Agbada, is it? Agbada. Is it Agbada? Okay, Agbada it is. Okay. Thank you so much, Joy Obesa, for that information. Please, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends and comrades, subscribe to this channel. I'm telling you, this week it's going to be huge. I will be here every day to give you the political nutrition that you need, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Keep coming, keep subscribing, keep liking the video. I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm telling you, until I see Ruto step down and cease to be the president of this Republic of Kenya. That is coming. It's going to happen. I doubt if he's going to get to December. I'm telling you, Ruto is gone. He's a gone case. He is a gone case. But anyway, before I wrap it up, I wanted to make this point. That's why I wrote this. That's why I had this title. Is it about to get messy between Ruto and Uhuru? with the Gen Z in the middle. Now, listen very carefully, because I want to hit it. I'm about to land. This is the main point of the day. Okay, this is the main point of the day. This is what I want to emphasize. And Salim kind of highlighted it a little bit. Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta, they've always had their beef. Let me say this one more time. Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta has always had their beef. This started way before 2013. Before aliingia kwa walipata the presidency. This show started when Ruto was in ODM and Uhuru was part of Nani's government, Kibaki. Remember 2008, after Kibaki rigged himself in, okay? We know what happened in Kiambaa, and we know what happened in Naivasha, and we know what happened. We know that mess that happened, the tribal violence that happened. Ruto was basically crowned as the head of Rift Valley, okay? And Uhuru was crowned as the guy who was defending the Kikuyus through the Mungiki, facilitating the money and all that stuff. These guys never liked each other, but when they faced the cases at the ICC, they came together in a marriage of convenience, political marriage of convenience. So wakakubaliana tena, kumi wewe, kumi mapo, kumira, whatever the case is. You know the history, right? So they got into government, okay, rigged themselves. Of course, Raila lost that case in 2013 by technicality, okay? And also remember that, first of all, Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta were not qualified to run for presidency. They could not pass chapter 6. But Kenya being Kenya, kama uko na pesa na kifua, you go do whatever you do. And they became president and deputy president respectively, okay? Now, after the first term, okay, come 2017, these guys they rigged themselves in. It was apparent, the story. Maraga called it off and said, ni mchezo, But anyway, they survived that brouhaha because Raila Odinga, after winning, he went in and joined in the government through the handshake, right? So after the handshake, Uhuru Kenyatta started showing his true colors. He never liked Ruto. Ruto never liked him. Ruto said, making those, remember when Ruto said in his vernacular saying that Uhuru is somebody who he will slap, okay? And we all remember the tanga, the tanga, whatever. Kijana Ruto. In fact, it was quite disrespectful for Uhuru to refer to Ruto that kijana na tanga, like your deputy president, you're referring to it tanga. So you can see they did not like each other, okay? They were keeping it together because of that marriage of convenience. But since Kenyatta was on his second term, he had no use for Ruto. So he started showing him Madarao, wazi. We remember the whole thing that happened. I'm not going to remind you of that, what happened. But you know what happened, okay? So here he is. Ruto understood the game. He understood the game, how they won, how they rigged. So, and also people are sympathizing with Ruto because of the mistreatment by Kenyatta, okay? So he won in 2022, became the president, okay? So now he started going after Kenyatta. Remember in the beginning when Duale was telling us that the Kenyatta family are behind the financing of the Mandamano, of the ODM-led Mandamano, the Azimio-led Mandamano, okay? And all that stuff. Then we came NADCO and over blah, 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 blah. We know all that stuff. So here we are. Gen Z are putting pressure on Uhuru, on what's his face? On William Ruto's government. And William Ruto, now this news coming out that Uhuru wanted to meet with Raila. Remember, this guy's an intelligence. So he knows, he has intelligence, that was NIS and all that stuff. So he knows what's happening. Okay? So he probably knows that Uhuru may, I'm not saying that allegedly, he might have a hand in financing this Gen Z. Might. I'm not saying he is, might. And if, to be fair, I think he supports this Gen Z thing. Like, he cannot come out and say, I'm supporting this Gen Z because, you know, that will kind of, people will see it as him actually starting this whole chaos. So he can't come out and say that publicly. Uhuru Kenyatta cannot do that. But anyway, now today, you saw Ruto come out and speaking forcefully. And Sema team, show your faces. This was a message to Uhuru Kenyatta. Not so much the Gen Z. Yes, it was for Gen Z, yes. But I think it's for Uhuru Kenyatta. Because that's why he was saying, show your faces. He wants to take this head on because he is desperate. He knows his government has lost legitimacy and he might be taken out through popular revolution. So he is going after Uhuru Kenyatta. That's why he came out and say, show your faces. Msituambie mambo ya tribeless, you nini, mambless, because he is peed off. That's who he's going for. He knows that. And that's why you see he's using the Robert Alais, the Mbadis, the Kalumas, who else, to make it a tribal thing. Ndio maana unaona sana watumia watu he's using, hawa kina Alai wanasema ati sijui sisi Wajaluo tumekufa sana, sijui nini. Let's not, you know what? Alafu wanaanza they're trying to paint this Gen Z movement as if it is a Kikuyu-led maandamano. You understand? That's what he's trying to do. And he is going after Uhuru Kenyatta's head. That is how I see it. You might disagree, but you can correct me. So he is squarely, he understand Raila ni mtu anaweza kununuliwa. Raila is, you know, with a ukimwandikia check nzuri, Raila will be in government tomorrow. Let me tell you just that. That's why you see wakina Mbadi are still supporting this whole idea of dialogue. Okay? So that is what is happening. This message today by Ruto was a message for Uhuru Kenyatta directly. Ndio maana he was saying, you people show your faces. I will play it one more time and I want you to listen it carefully. Carefully. Listen it carefully. Muisikie vizuri, tena vizuri. This is what he said. Muisikie vizuri. One more time. Just one more time from Uhuru Kenyatta. I mean, sorry, from Ninio. Yes. Flip Flamingo anambia, the most viral tag the whole world is hearing is Ruto must go. Absolutely. So listen to his speech very carefully. This was directly at Uhuru Kenyatta, especially after a lot of people, the newspapers, online newspapers were writing about this meeting that Uhuru was supposed to meet Raila Odinga. Okay? Because it basically showed that Uhuru Kenyatta's hand is behind what's going on chini ya maji. That's the assumption. I'm not saying that's the reality, but that's the assumption. Okay? Raila is the middleman. Raila can go either way. Okay? Ruto is trying to use Raila to divide people along tribal lines by using the Mbadis, the Alais, the Wangas, the Kalumas to start making it like, and the Gauchos ati ni Wajaluo sisi tukae nje, hiyo ni hao wa Kikuyu. You see that? That's what Ruto is trying to do. And on the other hand, Uhuru Kenyatta is trying to use Raila to tell him, hey, listen, that's a sinking ship. Do not go rescue that ship. Kana mimi huko. Let him drown by himself. Let him drown by himself. Stay out of it. Don't join him. Because if you're joining him, you're going to give him some level of legitimacy. At least to the Nyanza province people or people who love you, Raila Odinga. So do not give him support. Stay with me. Don't give him any legitimacy. Let him drown by himself. That is why Uhuru wants him on his side. So Raila is being used by the two. But the real fight is between these two protagonists, Ruto and Uhuru. It's rearing its ugly head. Now, how far will it go? We are going to see. Now, Gen Z are caught up in the middle of it. Gen Zs are not necessarily for Uhuru, and they're definitely not for Ruto. Gen Zs are caught up in the middle. In this Gen Z movement, there are people who may be Uhuru supporters. There are people who are Raila supporters. There are people who just want really good governance. Okay, Gen Z is neutral, but they're putting pressure. Maybe they're being pushed by people might be leaning towards Uhuru Kenyatta. Okay, now who is funding these Gen Zs? Who is organizing Gen Z? That's a mystery. You do your math. But from Ruto's perspective, given the reports about this meeting of Raila and Uhuru, he is assuming that Uhuru Kenyatta might be behind financing these Gen Zs. That's why he was speaking very aggressively today by saying, wacheni kujifanya ati nyinyi, you're faceless and all that stuff. Show your faces, because it's time to end this, because he's peed off and he wants to get crazy. So listen to it one last time, and listen it to carefully. Okay? Listen to it carefully. Here it is again, the speech. Listen to the speech carefully. Here is William Samoei Ruto speaking again.
Property, we will stop the looters. Going forward, we will protect the nation. Going forward, we will protect the nation. We will protect life. We will protect property. We will stop the looters. We will stop the killers. We will stop mayhem. We will stop anarchy, because Kenya is a democracy and we want a peaceful, stable nation. And our issues are resolved using democratic means. Ama mnasemaje watu wa Kenya? Mnasema tusimamishe hii fujo? Na tusimamishe hii vita? Na tusimamishe maandamano ya maafa? Na maandamano ya kuharibu mali ya watu? I want to promise you it's going to stop. Enough is enough. Ama mnasemaje? Si imetosha hii maneno? Walisema tusipitishe finance bill. Mimi nimewacha finance bill. Nikawaita, wakanasema hawataki kuja kuzungumza na mimi. Wakaniambia niende huko kwa X. Mimi nikaenda kwa X. Wakatoroka huko, hawakukuweko. Wakaniambia tuitishe mazungumzo. Nimeitisha mazungumzo, wamekataa. Nimewaambia wanaendelea kusema wao ni faceless, wao ni formless, sijui wako nini. Mimi nimewaambia sasa, my friends, you know, I have given a chance to everybody to say whatever they want. You know, it cannot continue like this. The country is much more important than any group of people. We must stand together as a nation, protect our nation, and make sure that Kenya is a democracy. Tunaelewana ama namna gani jameni? Tuko pamoja? Watu wa Bomet mnasema tuwe na amani. Mnasema we want peace. Mnasema you want peace. Turudie, we want peace. Mnasemaje? 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 Hebu nisikie tena.
All right. So these coming days, we shall have a clear understanding and see it clearly that the boundaries, the lines have been drawn, and we'll see things escalate in Kenya politically, because it is very clear now that the battle lines have been drawn. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I will ask you politely, nicely, kwa unyenyekevu, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, because this week we are going to delve into this politics. I have mentioned it today as I wrap up. It is about to get messy between Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta, and the Gen Zs are going to be caught in the middle. You've seen Ruto is desperate. He has had enough. His back is on the wall, and he wants to lash out at anyone and everyone, especially after hearing about Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta meeting at Dubai. He is desperate. So we'll see how this unfolds. Subscribe, like, share, comment. will be here every day reporting to you what's happening. I have to end it here, but join me tomorrow. Join me on Tuesday when things will, the rubber will meet the what? Will meet the tarmac, and we shall see what happens. I want to give a shout out to some people who came in. Salim, I want to give you a shout out. Bruce Yagdev, thank you so much. I see you. Pink Flamingo, shout out to you. Macy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gypsy Corner, absolutely. Kama kawaida. Charles Mwasia, thank you so much. Amos Chisisi, Felix Kavita, thank you so much for being with us today, and many more, many more. Lawrence Obura, I see you there. Philip J, I see you. I see you. Shout out to you. Abu Kinyanjui, I see you. Joy Obesa, absolutely. King Kismat, thank you so much. I see you. I see you guys. Who did I miss today? Who did I miss? Everyone else. Thank you so much, every one of you. Please, again, for the umpteenth time, make sure I see you guys watching. Everyone who's watching this, if you're going to watch this and repeat, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. If you're getting it from a recommendation, subscribe to it. Please be active. Kenya is reaching at a very pivotal point, and we have to have these discussions. We have to brainstorm and see what we can do, how we envision our country to be. Okay? So join the conversation daily by subscribing and by putting the notification button so you can be part of the conversation in this channel. I'll bring you in the studio, and you can speak your piece, or you can even speak on the comment section as my friends that I've mentioned here to be Nino. Thank you so much. Lala Salamata Pia. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. Again, subscribe, like, share, comment, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace and blessings. Peace.